I've got a parabola with a focus at 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up there. Focus is at 4, 7. And a directrix at y equals 3. So that's going to be right there. Y equals 3. So I know that my vertex is going to be halfway in between those two. So total spaces right here would be 4. Halfway in between them, my vertex would be at 4, 5. The only thing I need to find now is my p-value for an equation. So I know that it's going to be going up, so my p-value is going to be positive, and that's just the distance between the focus and vertex, or the vertex and the directrix. So p-value is going to be 2 right here. And I can write an equation for that. I have my p-value and my vertex, so I can say y minus 5 equals 1 over 4p, so that's going to be 8, x minus 4 squared. And then the question says, does the point negative 2, 6 lie on the parabola? Well, whether you're doing linear equations or quadratics or circles or whatever kind of equations, if you want to know if that point lies on that line, you're going to plug that point in. So what we're going to do, we're going to plug in 6 right here. 6 minus 5 equals 1 over 8 times negative 2 minus 4 squared. So this will give me 1 over here, and this will be 1/8, and this will be, that's negative 6. Negative 6 squared is going to be 36, and 36 over 8, both those are divisible by 4, so that's going to be 9 over 2, or 4.5. And so now we have to ask ourselves, does this lie on a parabola? Well, 1 doesn't equal 9 over 2, so it can't lie on a parabola. So, no. Does not lie on parabola. You can write all that. Does not lie on a parabola. Let's check out another one. Next one. Same style problem. We have a focus at 3, 4. And a directrix at y equals 0. So I have my little graph over here. Focus is at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And the directrix is at y equals 0. So my vertex is going to be halfway in between that. Vertex is 3, 2. And it's going to be opening up. It's going to kind of eat the focus. It's not going to cross over the directrix. And my p-value will be positive again because it's opening up, and it will be 2 again. So let's make an equation. I've got y minus 2 equals 1 over 4p. P is 2 again, so that's 8. And x minus 3 squared. And then I'm just going to plug those in. So I'm going to see if 7, 4 lies on the parabola. I'm going to plug 4 in for y. And plug in 7 for x. So I've got 4 minus 2 is 2, and I've got 1/8 times 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 1/8, that is 2, and that's a good thing. So yes, the point 7, 4 does lie on the parabola. If we get something, like we did up here, we got 1 equals 9 over 2, anything that is not equal to each other, it's not going to lie on a parabola. When we have things that are perfect down here, like if it said 5 equals 5, or 10 equals 10, or even like negative 16 equals negative 16, then in those cases, that point will lie on the parabola. This is just a little bit different style of problem. It's going to be very similar. The first part's very similar. So we have a focus at 2, -3, and a directrix of y equals -5. So let's get us an equation. So we have 2, -3 is our focus, and a directrix of y equals -5 down here. So y equals -5. I know my vertex is going to be halfway in between those, so it's going to be right there. It's going to be at, what, 2, -4? This was at 2, -3. It's going to be facing up. And my p-value is just 1 this time. So I'm going to have an equation of y plus 4 equals 1 over p is just 1, so I'm going to have just 4 x minus 2 squared. And then the question says, for which value of a does the point 12a lie in the parabola? That's just a fancy way of saying this parabola is going to go on and on and on this way and on this way. Somewhere over here when we get on the x-axis to 12, right here at 2, 3, 4, 5, at 12, somewhere up here there's going to be a point for this xy point where 12 is x. And we got to solve for a, which is just going to be y. What we're going to do is plug it in real quick. So I'm going to take the 12 and plug it in for x. And I'm going to take a and plug it in for y. So over here I have a plus 4 equals 1/4. That's going to be 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 squared is 100. 1/4 of 100 is 25. And then I'm going to subtract 4 over here and get a equals 21. So if we went over here on the parabola 12 to the right, we'd have to go up 21 until we got to that point. The problem on where people get mixed up on this style of problem is when this says A12. Just make sure you plug it in for the correct one. This is a point, XY. Make sure you're plugging it in for the correct ones.